All right, hey everybody. So today we're going to do a hand-drawn jump animation in Krita, and hopefully I'm going to get through this. I have a bit of a cold and a headache, so hopefully I'm going to be able to make this happen. If I say something that doesn't make any sense, it's probably just because not feeling too great. All right, so let's jump into this, pun intended. So we have our background, and I'm going to unlock this background here and create a keyframe clicking on this guy here. I'm going to make sure that we're set at 12 frames per second. And this one, I'm going to show you how, like, we're going to start with a pose to pose, but not necessarily in the right timing, and then we'll adjust the timing and make it look better. So let's go make a line for the ground that just goes along here. I just clicked on the line tool and held down shift, and then we'll make like a little box doohickey. I'm just making some box looking thing. And we're going to put our character right in the middle. So this is an addition to the pose-to-pose stuff that we were talking about. And there's two jumping animations. One is from the Preston Blair, and the other one is from the Animator's Toolkit. So here we can see very similar looking styles. And here's our, I think, that, yeah, this is Animator's Toolkit. So they have, there's anticipation here. You can see both of them are labeled. And this one has more labels on it. So he's starting, he's getting down there, he's jumping up, and he's kind of in a free fall, and then he's coming back down, and then he recovers. So we'll go kind of combination of both these guys, and we'll start off first with just the legs and the body. So keep these two little references nearby. We'll also do some, like I said, some modifications in the middle of all of this. So let's see what happens. Starting off with a plan, we'll do, we'll lock the base layer over there. We'll go to our paint layer. Our paint layer is going to be like our rough draft, and I'm going to put a keyframe on that one, and then I'm going to go into our brush. Let's see if we have, nope, we're not in the brush yet. There we go. Okay, and let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's look here. We're going to do the legs. I'm going to have him kind of getting ready. Give him a belt so we kind of know there's a difference there. All right, we're there. Let's do our middle one so that we get, like we're talking about the pose to pose, so we're not doing like straight ahead. We have our turn on our onion skinning, so I turn on the little light over there, and let's do him in the air. So we have him in the air. I want him to be a little higher. here I'm keeping the left leg white and the back leg black. And then the next one, I'm just placing these guys just kind of wherever I can, where I think they may go, rather. Understanding how this works is also going to really be helpful with 3D as well. It's not necessarily easier, it's a whole different form of bunch of new stuff that can complicate it. And we'll do another one. So this is, we're going to keep his right leg in the same spot. And then he's going to bring his left leg forward. All right, so now we have our neutral, and then we have our mid-air and our recovery, and back to our neutral. So the one, if we're looking at this guy here, so the one that we need to do now is where the anticipation. Oop, no. Always remember to make sure that he's your characters are nicely balanced. If you don't have, if they don't look like they're balanced, like they're leaning over, they'll fall over. It does tend to look a little weird. And there's our anticipation, and that's over there, and there's recovery. And let's do him coming down. The fall. Pride goeth before. So this one I'm gonna do his body first. I'll do his head there too, so we see where he's coming from. And he lands on the ground and it comes up. Alright, so now all we need is the one going up, the jump. So like I said, we just have our frames over here. We're going to push and pull them into the right spot when we get to it. So the other thing too is let's make another layer over the background, and this layer is going to be our arc. And I'm going to lock those guys, and I'm going to create a frame here, and I want to see where that's going to go. Now I can't see everything on this because the onion skinning is not showing everything above it. So I'm going to turn these guys on so I can see more. There. Would you move? Thank you. So the body of the character is going to go from over here a little bit like that. And that should help with the jumping up animation. So here's where the jump is going to be. Make sure the legs are the same length. And let's give him a head. Okay, and let's give him a head here too. And he's down here, and he's looking up. And there. Oh, okay, whoops, that's weird. I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Dunk, 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 dunk. All right, so, and then the timing is going to be totally off because, like I said, I put it in the wrong. We didn't think about the timing. So let's do heads for the rest of these guys. Coming down, recovery, and back off, and back into a neutral stance. There we go. Okay, so now to adjust the timing, we go into, we right click on this and we select hold frame. So let's insert a hold frame. You can see it gave just a hold on there. And let's add, let's see how fast it's going. All right, we can also remove a frame, and then we can have, so we want the recovery to be a little bit greater. Let's remove this one, and then remove this one. Let's remove one of the recovery frames. There we go. All right, so we have a little animation going on there. And now we want to add some arms. Let's save this guy. So if we look at our arms over here, we can see they're down, they're behind him, up, he's flying kind of matrix-like, and coming down, and his hand is down on the ground. So here, where's my mouse? Just to his side, and he's going down. And he's jumping. He's using his arms to help propel him into the air. And then he's flying. My son, who is 2.5, was very kind of grumpy this morning since we're all not feeling well. And I was flying him around on the couch, and he said, "No, I don't want to fly." Which I thought was very silly. Who wouldn't want to? landing. I'll have the arm be all dramatic out to the back. And then back to the neutral. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. All right, so there's the beginning of our character. Now we can create another one. This should be a really simple exercise. So let's make the opacity on this layer a little less. There we go. Let's go over here and we'll do another key there. Kind of nice to give him a little know where his eyes are going to be. We don't have to do any more than that. Down. It's going up. It is looking up like that. Okay. And then make a keyframe. And he's in the air. He's looking down a little bit. Glove. There it is. It's nice to illustrate on paper or even with a on a tablet with one of the little gloves. Makes things stick less, and on paper it makes it so that the ink doesn't smear, or the pencil doesn't smear. Did I do a? There we go. Whoops. That's not right. There we go. And now he's looking down a little bit. Ear. And then we go down to our recovery. His head is looking down. And then finally, back standing up to neutral. Not so neutral though, because he's just been through an adventure. Remember to hit that undo if you don't like what you just drew. All right, so there's our little jumping guy. Cool. So let's make some tweens between here. So making a tween, you want him between these guys. Not always as easy as one might think. And then, so we're going to have to think about the extents of where his body is going to be. About like that. We still want the feet to be in the same spot. His legs are going to be slightly bent. I guess we could probably put this tween in the let's put it in this layer. I'll create a new layer, or I mean a new, nope, I don't want that over there. Put it over here. There. distance. Start over there. Look at this distance to this distance, and over here. So he's winding up. Gonna be, his leg will be bent slightly. His head will be over here. His arms will be slightly bent. So that's our tween over there. Going down, down, and so he's up. So now this is one thing to consider in terms of ease in, ease out. So he's not going to slowly jump into the air. He's actually going to jump pretty fast into the air. So we have a distance of the body from over here to over here. So if we did it over here, it would just be kind of slowly, but we want him to have a burst. So I'm going to put him like right about over here. So I look at the distance here. Like that. And his legs are naturally going to be straight because he's just jumped, but we want them to come from kind of the same spot. And I think his arms will almost be up. That's about good. Let's also change these colors so we know which ones are which. So we go from this one to this one. Create a new key. So he's starting to slow down here. So I'm going to put it right in the middle, probably right about over here. And then his arms. About to pull in, so he's going straight. And now we're coming back down. So we want this one to be a little bit slow, so I'll probably start it right over there. And you can see his arm is out there and up over here. So we'll probably keep his arms still in the same kind of spot. And now his legs will start to come down. recovery. So this one, I'll change that color. So now we're repeating this one and this one. So there's not going to be any ease in because he's just coming down. So like if it's a ball, the ball is going to slowly come from the top and then hit like that. So this one, we'll probably have it like right about in this direction, in this area. And our arc is going to come down there. And we want his leg to be aiming toward that over there. And I think I'll bend his left leg. Getting ready for that pose. And we'll bring its arm down a little bit. And then there's the recovery. Alright, so in the middle, let's see how that's looking. Make a new one here. So it's going to be a little slower coming up. There. All right. There. That's pretty cool. So now what we can do is go over to our top layer, unlock our bottom layer, and just go through and finish up what our character looks like. So this one, I make a new keyframe and just do the same thing that I had done before. Alright, so there's that one. And from here on, I'll speed this up so it's not quite so long. All right, so there is our little cute animation. So a lot of stuff can be gleaned from the Animator's Toolkit and the Preston Blair book. You just have to come up with some simple ways of drawing characters in order to get the animation style. And when we do 3D, it's going to be a little easier in some regards. You don't have to draw all of it. But what I would do with this one is I'd probably, it can be a little fast. I might increase the speed between when he's going down into the anticipation, and then make the jumping a little bit, the same speed that it's at now. And then I draw the rest of them, make them look pretty. All right, that's pretty simple. That's all you need to do for class. And if I'm feeling well, I'll see you on Friday. I probably will. Thank you for watching.